Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to give you a review of London, UK. I went to London in the late 90s. I believe at that time I was traveling from Bulgaria to the US. So I passed through London. I had a chance to explore it for a few hours before I caught my flight. I believe I was going to the US at the time. So my flight to New York, I think it was. So I landed at Gatwick and took a train from Gatwick airport to the London city center. And I remember the airport at Gatwick was big. I don't recall it to be very modern, although I might be wrong. But in any case, I wasn't very impressed, I don't think, by the airport, and also by the train, by the way. The trains from the airport to London are nice, but they were a bit old, I thought. And the service was good though. I kind of had a very similar experience to a train ride. The train rides that I took in Bulgaria, it's exactly the same system. Basically, you buy your ticket and then they check your ticket on your route. So I arrived in London city center kind of late afternoon, early evening, and I explored basically the city center on foot. What I remember is that, there were not that many people in a London city center. Basically, I explored on foot like the area around Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, and that area. And I don't remember anything being open at that time. There were literally no restaurants open, no cafes open, no stores, nothing. It was kind of a very surprising and interesting experience for me. It was kind of disappointing, I thought. Nevertheless, I was very impressed by Big Ben. When I first started learning English, Big Ben was kind of the symbol of the UK and the English language. We had Big Ben in a lot of our lessons, so for me to actually finally see it was kind of really impressive, and it's actually pretty big too. I'm a big fan of history and culture and things like this, but my impression of London is that it kind of stood in time. At least the area that I explored was, basically stood in time. There was nothing modern there. Basically it looked like a city. At least that area that I explored looked like a city that basically, sorry to say this, but kind of past its glory days, and it's kind of stuck in the past, and there has not much been done after that period. Everything looked old, and all the houses around that area seemed kind of old style, and not much has going on since the time basically that they were built. Of course, in the UK they drive on the left side of the road, so that was a very interesting experience for me. That was the first country that I've been to that they drive like this. And they actually have signs, there are signs on the road that say look right, which was kind of interesting for me, because driving on the left there seems to be the custom, but they still are aware of a lot of other people that drive on the right. So they try to accommodate basically the rest of the world that drive on the right to their custom, the custom way that they drive there. One interesting thing that I found out about the driving on the left was that they actually try to convert the driving from left to right in the UK. They did a study, but it turned out that it's going to be very costly to basically convert all the existing infrastructure to the right side of the road driving. So they ended up deciding not to do it. Two things that really impressed me about London from what I saw was that it was very clean, and also it was very orderly. Everything that could be maintained by a person in where people live or in public spaces was very well maintained and clean. And all the plants were trimmed, and trees and bushes and things like that, and everything was in a very orderly fashion. I think in that respect the UK is much better than Eastern Europe, for example. And that was pretty much my impression of London. I was, to say the least, disappointed, but of course I didn't explore a big area of London. So I hope when I go back there someday I can explore more and really see what the city is all about. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have a similar experience to me, or maybe different experience, please feel free to share in the comments. And please don't forget to subscribe. I'll have a lot more videos coming up. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.